there too?
Yeah.
Be sure, please. YouTube only is always passing.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our virtual jazz club. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We are in the middle of week number 6 right now. Actually, I guess the week is kind of almost over. It's Friday already. Happy Friday to all of you. Yeah, it is Friday, right? Yeah, I always second guess myself these days when I'm trying to remember what day of the week it is.
Every day is Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Every day feels like Friday now. Can't complain too much about that. Welcome to our virtual jazz club. For those of you who are here for the first time, we are Laura Dubin and Antonio Guerrero. We've been doing these concerts every night since our shelter-in-place order came into effect here in Rochester. So we began these concerts on March 17th. We haven't missed a night. We haven't repeated any tunes yet. It's been a great challenge and also a great project for us. The challenge being not repeating any tunes and always finding new music to share with you. On one hand, it's not, I shouldn't say it's a challenge because there's so much music out there and so much music that we've been playing together over the years. And now we've got a chance to share a little bit of it with you each night. So it's been really great for us. And we thank you all so much for joining us. Our audience has been growing every night and we're just thrilled about that. So we'd like to start off with kind of an optimistic song tonight, and we hope that the title of this song is true. This is called The Best Is Yet to Come, and it's by a composer named Cy Coleman. Incidentally, that's my grandpa's name, although it's spelled with a C, C-Y. My grandpa spells his name with an S, but I like that composer's name. C-Y instead of S-Y. That was called "The Best Is Yet to Come," and we certainly hope that that's true.
Yes, please.
Hopefully, by us playing that song, we're putting that message into the universe right now.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I always associate that song with Frank Sinatra. I grew up listening to his iconic version of that song, and that tune has so many modulations, which is key changes, which is something really cool. Not a lot of composers use that within their songs.
Tony
to
Bennett,
that,
that's a nice version too.
yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
remember that one?
Woo, yeah, I do remember that one too. Yeah. Yeah, you're totally right about that. So many great singers have done this one, and yeah, it's such a classic, and I love all those key changes. If you're with us tonight, if you're listening and enjoying the music, please leave us a comment and say hello. And if you're listening for the first time, please introduce yourself. We're so delighted to meet you and make some new friends, even if it's only virtually for the time being. And if you are here for the first time, you should know that after we finish the music, we'd like to actually read through all the comments here on Facebook while the video is still live, and we actually say hello to everybody who leaves a comment. So that might be another fun reason for you to leave one, so we can sort of talk to you, if you think about it like that, talking through the internet. We'd like to play a composition by Cedar Walton next. Cedar Walton is a wonderful pianist and composer. He passed away just a few years ago. I was fortunate to actually see him perform, I think, 3 different times over the years, and each concert was spectacular, and I've listened to so many of his recordings growing up since I discovered his music. And this is a beautiful composition he wrote called Clockwise, and it kind of sounds like a clock in that it goes through all these different keys. Actually, another tune here that has a lot of different key changes. Just within a few measures, it kind of seems to change direction a lot. And just when you think you know where it's going to go next, it goes to a completely different harmonic place. So we hope you enjoyed this composition by Cedar Walton, Clockwise. That was called Clockwise by the great pianist and composer Cedar Walton. If you're enjoying the music tonight and you'd like to make a contribution to show your support for what we're doing to allow us to continue doing these videos for as long as possible, there is a link right in the video here, and the link will take you to my website, lauradubin.com, and actually it will take you directly to the music/store page of my website. And you can either click over there now and then come back, you can click there on another device, or you can wait until we're done with the mini concert tonight. But either way, we hope you will consider going there to make a contribution. There are 3 different things you can do. The first is you can download our albums. We've got 7 albums there that you can choose from, and we are in the middle of recording album number 8 right now. And that's the first thing you'll see on the page. There are a whole bunch of pictures of the album covers. You can click on each individual picture, and that way you can sample each album and find out more information about it, and then add it to your shopping cart if you'd like. If you scroll a little bit past the album cover pictures, you'll see where you can make a one-time donation of any amount that you choose. There are several amounts there that you can choose from. You can mix and match them if you'd like. You can adjust the amount by changing the quantity, or you can just pick one of them and have that be what you do. And the third and final option, if you go all the way to the bottom of the same page, you can become a monthly patron of Laura Dubin Jazz. So how that works is you'll click on the amount that you'd like to donate once per month. There's a drop-down menu right there where you can choose the dollar amount. Then you'll click on the yellow subscribe button, and then from there you'll be redirected to a PayPal website, and that's where you can set up your automatic recurring credit card payment that will go through once a month. You just have to set it up one time, and then that's all you have to do. It'll be automatic at that point. You can always manage your settings later on, and there's no obligation if you need to cancel at any time. There's no penalty if that happens, if you need to cancel further down the road. Everything on my website is secure, including the PayPal link. However, if you would like to make a donation but you prefer not to do it online, you can send me a private message here on Facebook, and we can talk about another method. So, the next piece we'd like to play is by the wonderful Brazilian composer Antonio Carlos Jobim. We've been playing several of his pieces lately. He's got so many wonderful compositions, and this one is called Desafinado. And in English, the title means slightly out of tune. Not sure if that's a direct translation of that word or the English title. And actually, I have a funny story about that, because when we were in Mexico together and I bought my first piano when we were living there, I remember the first time we got the piano tuned, you called the tuner, and I remember you saying, es muy desafinado when I went on the phone, and I immediately remembered, oh yeah, that's what that tune means.
Exactly.
Although it's like, I guess it's the same word in Portuguese and Spanish.
It's not just slightly, it's out of tune.
Oh, it's not slightly,
Because
okay.
Desafinado is
It's just completely out of
not on
tune.
Not on tune.
Too bad we didn't know Nancy Wilder then. Nancy Wilder is our dear friend and piano tuner. Of course, we haven't been able to see her lately because of social distancing, but she is my dear friend and amazing piano tuner, and I'm sorry that we didn't know Nancy back then. She could have worked her magic on it. But if any of you are ever looking for a piano tuner, I highly recommend Nancy. Little promo from the song. All right, this is Desafinado by Antonio Carlos Jobim. That was called Desafinado by Antonio Carlos Jobim, and that means out of tune, although I don't think we played it out of tune, just the title. And if you're wondering what that rhythm was that we were playing a lot throughout the piece, that's a Brazilian rhythm called Partido Alto. It's kind of interesting, sort of like offbeat sounding rhythm, and I think it kind of keeps the listener on their toes, because it's kind of, if you're not really paying attention, it's kind of, and you try to figure out where the beat is, you have to kind of really listen carefully.
That kind of beat
cool
was made famous by the Brazilian group called Azimuth.
Oh.
And they have some very iconic hit in probably 70s.
And the tune is actually called
It's
Partido
called Partido
Alto, right?
Alto,
Okay,
yeah.
I remember that one. Yeah.
Go catch, go catch, go.
Very infectious for them, like so much Brazilian music. We've got a few more pieces to share with you tonight. We'd like to play a classic jazz standard by Rodgers and Hart next. And this is called This Can't Be Love. But it is. I just added that part. It's just called This Can't Be Love. classic jazz standard called This Can't Be Love by Rodgers and Hart. We have just a few more... Oh, the next piece. Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say we've got just a few more pieces to play for you. And yes, we'd like to dedicate the next one to Alejandro, Antonio's brother, my brother-in-law, Alejandro Jr. There's Dos Alejandros and Nuestra Familia. There's Alejandro Sr. and Jr.
Yeah, he loves
They're
Beatles
both awesome.
and,
Yeah.
yeah.
So this is our arrangement of a Beatles tune, and yes, Alejandro loves the Beatles, so we'd like to dedicate this one to you. I'm sure many of you are familiar with this tune. It's a great song by the Beatles, and our arrangement is very different from the original. It's actually in several different time signatures and meters and a different key. It's got all sorts of different things going on, but we hope you enjoy our arrangement of Ticket to Ride. was a classic song by the Beatles that I'm sure all of you know. That was called Ticket to Ride, dedicated to Alejandro. Thank you so much for watching. And we've got just one tune left before we say goodnight. I know. But the good news is we'll be back here every night at the same time. And as far as we know, at this point in our lives, we're going to be doing this every night for a very, 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 very long time. And we're so grateful for the opportunity to keep sharing our music with you. And we've so appreciated having an audience with us this whole time. When we first started doing these online concerts, I mean, we were really, not sure what kind of audience response we were going to get, although we certainly hoped that it would be positive. But we've been thrilled with the amount of people that we've had joining us every night, and so many of our friends and family have been watching every night and been sharing these videos with their friends, which has meant so much to us because that's really helped us expand our audience over the past several weeks. I almost said 2 weeks. It's been actually 6 weeks now.
6 weeks, yeah.
Gosh, the weeks are just all getting mixed up in my mind. I'm sure you're kind of all feeling the same way. But we're truly grateful for your support. Thank you so much for being here. It's so wonderful and special for us to still have an audience during this time, even though we can't see you physically. We're so grateful that you're here with us virtually. So before we play the last piece, I'd just like to mention one more time, in case there are some folks listening right now who maybe didn't catch the first couple tunes. If you've been enjoying the music and you'd like to see us continue doing these videos as long as possible, you can head on over to lauradubin.com and you can make a contribution to show your support if you would like to. There's a link right in the video here, and the link will take you directly to the music/store page of my website. And there are 3 different things you can do. You can either download our albums. There are 7 albums there that you can choose from. We hope you'll try them all, or we hope you'll listen to them all.
Yes, you can just listen the samples. I mean, there are so many.
Yep, there's samples of every tune. The samples are like 30 to 60 seconds, but if you're not familiar with our albums and you'd like to find out what's on them, that's a great thing to do. You can click on all the album pictures, and that's how you can actually sample the tunes and find out more information about each album. And then, of course, you can purchase them from there. If you scroll just a little bit past the album cover pictures, you'll see where you can become a patron of Laura Dubin Jazz by either making a one-time donation or becoming a monthly subscriber. For the one-time donation, there are several amounts there that you can choose from. You can mix and match them if you'd like. You can change the amount by adjusting the quantity of any of them, or you can just pick one. Pick whatever suits you. And if you go all the way to the bottom of the page, you'll see the option to become a monthly patron of Laura Dubin Jazz. And you can select the amount that you'd like to donate once per month from the drop-down menu there. Then you can click on the yellow subscribe button. And then from there, you'll be redirected to a PayPal website. And you can set up your automatic monthly recurring credit card payment there. You only have to set it up one time, and then it's automatic from there. And if you'd like to see us continue doing these videos as long as possible, the monthly subscription is really a great way to show your ongoing support. So we hope you'll consider that. My website is secure. It stores your information securely. We don't have any access to that information, like your credit card info. However, if you would like to make a donation, but you prefer not to do it online, you can send me a private message here on Facebook, and we can talk about another method. And if you're not able to make a financial contribution right now, that is totally okay. Again, we're so grateful that you're here. It's been so wonderful to have people listening to our music during this time, and we really thank you for spending your evening with us. And a huge thank you to everybody who's been supporting us so far.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you. All the donations and the patrons.
We've got a bunch of monthly patrons now.
Much.
Yeah,
Thank you
so much, everybody. We appreciate the support so much, and not only for financial reasons, but it also just gives us a lot of hope for the future, and it makes us feel like we can really continue doing these videos for a long time, no matter what happens in the world or what might end up happening with this situation that we're all in now. It's made us feel very optimistic, and the amount of community support that we've been receiving has just been wonderful. We truly thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So we'd like to come to the last tune now. Last night we played a tune by Victor Feldman. I was talking about him. He's a pianist who was playing with the Miles Davis Quintet in the early 1960s. And the tune we played last night was called Joshua. The next composition is also by Victor Feldman. It's credited to Victor Feldman and Miles Davis, although honestly I think Victor Feldman probably wrote the tune, but he wrote it for the Miles Davis Quintet when he was playing with the group, so this was as recorded by Miles Davis. And this is such a fun piece. It's called 7 Steps to Heaven.
7. 7. 7.
If there are any Friends fans out there, you'll know why Antonio just said that. For those of you who aren't aware of what he meant, I'm not going to explain right now because it's not G-rated.
It's a show for kids.
Yeah, not that particular episode. At least not that part of that episode. Sorry, and I also forgot to mention one last time. Please leave us a comment and say hello if you haven't already done so, because after we play this last tune, we're going to read through all the comments and say hello to all of you in real time. All right, here comes the music. 7 Steps to Heaven. That was 7 Steps to Heaven by Victor Feldman and Miles Davis. And that is all the music for tonight, but we hope you'll stick around and chat with us for a few minutes. And we also hope to see you back here at the same time tomorrow night. We start these concerts every night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have not missed one night since we began, and we plan to continue every night for as long as possible. It's really been such a joy. It's been a great thing to keep us grounded during this time, mentally, physically, emotionally, musically. It's just so great for us to do this for ourselves and We're so happy that we can share it with all of you. It just really means the world to us that you're here listening.
An applause for all the audience because this is wonderful. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, let's see. Also, if you're watching this on my personal Facebook page and you have not yet, pardon me, my throat's a little dry all of a sudden. If you're watching this on my personal Facebook page and you have not yet liked my Facebook music page, Laura Dubin Jazz, you can head on over there and give that page a like. Because when you like the page, you will be notified every time we do one of these live videos. Anytime I make any other, anytime I post any music-related content, or like anytime we have some news to share. Thank you so much. Cheers. Want some? Oh, yes. I hit the spot. Nothing like a good glass of water. So that way you'll just really be in the loop whenever we have news to share or whenever we do these live videos. You know, you could just check back at 8:30 every night, but if for any reason at some point we need to change the time, I always make an announcement on the page beforehand. Like just about a week or so ago, we had like a little technical issue that had not happened before, and we ended up getting a bit delayed, but I posted that we were going to be starting at a later time. So if that ever happens and you are following or liking the page, then you'll know whenever that happens. Also, we just hope you'll like it for just so you can keep up with everything that we have going on. And you can also sign up for my mailing list if you're not already on my mailing list. That is actually the place where I typically make any big announcements first, and then maybe a few hours later or the next day I'll also share the news on my Facebook page. But if you'd like to join my mailing list, you can either just send me a message right here on Facebook with your email address, or you can go to my website, lauradubin.com, and right on the home page of the site, just scroll down a little bit of a ways and you'll find a sign-up form where you can just type your email address and then just click on Sign Me Up. And then your email address will go through, I'll receive it directly, and then I'll add you to my list from there. So we hope you will join the list if you're not already on it. All right, let's see who's watching over here. I saw a lot of comments popping up while we were playing. And I've said this for the last few nights because this is something I realized recently. If anybody's joining us for the first time tonight, sometimes Facebook doesn't show me every single comment after when I'm looking through them now, and I think that's because the video is still live and sometimes some of the earlier comments don't appear. However, I always make sure to look through it again after we finish, and if there are any comments that I missed during this time when we're talking to all of you, I will actually type a response to you. So just to let all of you know. Yay! Hey, Siobhan, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Siobhan.
She says, I can't I said something about when we said this can't be love.
This can't be love.
She says, I can't believe it's not love, or this can't be butter. You've seen that margarine, right? It's called I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
Oh, no, I don't.
It's a brand of margarine. That's why it's called I Can't Believe It's Not Butter.
That's right.
We never really, I don't think we've ever bought that before.
No,
maybe
but I know what it's
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not butter, right?
No, I don't know if you were familiar with that brand, but next time we're at Wegmans, I'll point it out to you. I love that. Thank you for that, Siobhan. Sruthi's here. Sruthi.
Hey,
Hi. She says, "You guys are the light of my life." Oh my God, you feel the same way about
Sruthi.
you. Sending you a big hug. Miss you so much. Alejandro, muchas gracias. Thank you for watching. This is Alejandro Jr. that I'm looking at. So his the comment that I'm reading it says, "Good evening. Thank you so much for thinking of me and playing such a nice song. He loved the arrangement." Oh, good. We're so glad you like that one. And I always think of you now when we listen to the Beatles or hear the Beatles. I can't really think of a more iconic rock band than them. I mean, I know there are so many, great rock bands out there, but for me, like, the Beatles were my first love of that kind of music. Yeah. And I think that's true for a lot of people. Linda's watching. Hi, Linda. Great to have you here again. Thank you so much. And I love
Linda.
that.
Thank you for watching.
Love the collection of emojis that you use there. It's perfect. She says, thank you both. Vita's watching. Hi, Vita. Thank you so much for being here again. She says she also loved the Ticket to Ride arrangement. Nice. Yay, we're so glad you like that one.
Thank you, Vita.
Excuse me. Robert Neno, so lucky to have you both doing this. Thank you so much, Robert. Great to have you here once again. We're so glad that you've been joining us for these concerts every night. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you, Robert.
Jeff Trumbull from Canandaigua again. Yay!
Yeah.
Woo! Canandaigua. My brother taught at I think it was Canandaigua Academy. He was the high school orchestra director there for 3 years. He just left at the end of last school year. He's finishing up his master's degree now. But so that's my Canandaigua story.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place. Yeah.
I hope we can go there sometime this summer.
We played there in some restaurant through the lake.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a country
or a
club.
wedding? I don't remember. But we played
Actually, I think we've played there a couple times, different
Yeah, I
venues.
remember.
But yeah, Canandaigua Lake is beautiful.
We took some pictures. We took some pictures on the lake.
Yeah, that's right. Oh gosh, the thing about Canandaigua now is making me like dream of summer. I'm really excited and anxious for summer weather because I know it's April now, but we're having like winter number 2 right now here in Rochester, which is not surprising because it's Rochester. So, oh wow! So Jeff, I'm reading your comment now. He says, "I'm a healthcare provider." And I only see my wife 2 days a week. She stays with our daughter and grandson. I turned her on to you guys tonight. She loved it. Keep up the great work. Oh my gosh, that means so much to us that you spent the evening with us when you've been so busy. And thank you so much for everything you're doing. We have so much respect for all the healthcare workers. You are really on the front line. You are a hero.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for keeping us safe, keeping our community safe. You are so appreciated, especially during this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, so great to have you here. We really appreciate that. My dad's watching. Hi, Dad. Great to have you here
Hello,
again.
Dad.
We
Thank
miss you
for
so
watching.
much. I know I say that every night, but it's true. I just feel like I miss everyone. Every time I see like everybody commenting, like
Yes.
my heart gets a little sad because it's like I wish that we were all here in the same room. It kind of feels like it. This is sort of the next best thing.
Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dad. Betsy, hi Betsy. Betsy's watching again. Great
Hi,
to have you
Betsy.
here. She says, I got the grandchildren to bed early tonight so I can hear most of the tunes. Oh,
Yay.
so glad you could be here. I know it's a little bit past their bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
I actually, a couple of my piano students,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
actually.
anybody saw this photo I shared a few weeks ago. I shared it with permission from the parents. I have 2 wonderful piano students who are twins, a twin boy and girl. And I know that, they're a little bit younger, so I think these concerts are a little bit past their bedtime, but they have been watching them during the day. And their mom sent me a wonderful photo of them kind of playing along with our video, like playing the piano and drums while watching us on the screen.
Cute.
I thought it was so cool and so special. So we're delighted to share our music with audiences of all ages.
Yes.
Hey. Hey, Donna, great to have you here again. Thank
Hey,
you so
Donna.
much for being here.
And I saw your pictures about Barbara Streisand.
Yeah,
It's
I'm trying to read her
right?
comment right now. Oh, there we go. Okay, I had to click on see more. So
Yeah.
just had to watch a tribute to Barbara Streisand's 78th birthday. Woo!
Wow,
How
she's-
cool. She does not look like she's 78. She looks way younger than that.
Do you remember when we play in the duplex in
Yes.
New York City?
Uh-huh.
And well, I'm not sure it was the owner or somebody there
Uh-huh.
told us like, oh guys, here was one of the first places where Barbara Streisand
Oh, that's right.
started singing.
I
mean, this-
remember that.
Yeah, and I said, oh really, this place?
Wow. So
Yeah.
this is a venue in New York City called the Duplex, and actually my dear friend Henry Kopersky made that connection for us with the venue, and he actually performed with us. He is a saxophonist and singer and pianist. He was playing saxophone and singing with us at that concert. But yeah, it's a great venue in Greenwich Village, like in such a cool part of New York City. There's so much history, especially related to music and arts in that part of New York. So yeah, I totally remember that now.
And-
It's so cool.
Do you remember the movie that we saw, Gentle?
Gentle. That is one of the best
What a
movies ever.
movie. I mean, I know Barbara Streisand is an incredible singer
Yeah.
and actress,
Uh-huh.
but that movie,
She directed that
oh
movie,
my God,
which is
that
a
movie is incredible.
masterpiece.
It's, well, I don't want to go get long with because there's so many good things in that movie. But
Yeah, if you haven't seen
Please.
Yentl, please do yourself a favor and watch it. It's such an excellent
incredible.
and powerful movie.
I'm talking about the power of women.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with the story, I'll summarize it a little bit without giving too much away. Now I can't remember the time period. It takes place like a long time ago, and Barbara Streisand plays a Jewish woman who wants to study the Talmud, and she just wants to learn. And in that day and age and place where she was living, women were not allowed to study that. It was only for men.
Yeah.
And she ended up actually pretending to be a man so that she could go to this men's school to learn. And it's just such a testament to the power of learning, the power of women, like you just said. And it's just such a beautiful, well-done movie. And, of course, it's got beautiful music with Barbara Streisand singing. And I didn't realize she was the director of the movie until it was over, because I think we were watching it probably on Netflix or Amazon a couple years ago. And I remember the movie ends, and then the first thing you see is on the credits, it says, directed by Barbara Streisand. And I was just like, oh my God, it's incredible.
And another one is when she sings People.
Funny Girl.
Funny Girl. Wow.
Such a great movie.
Too.
And that one's been on TV a lot lately.
Yeah, that's in the channel.
Yeah.
Movies. Yeah.
And to share one more Barbara Streisand story, because it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Babs.
Yeah, thank you, Donna.
Yeah, thank you so much for your comment, Donna. Thank you
yeah.
so much. I just want to share one little anecdote more about Barbara Streisand,
nice.
because we watched we watched it. It was like a concert kind of documentary about her. And there's something that I remember her saying that has stuck with me forever. And she said she's had the same, I forget if it was producer or manager. I think maybe record producer, but I might not be 100% correct. She's had the same either like manager or producer with her since she began recording. And it was really important to her to have the rights to what she was recording and to have complete creative control over her entire output. And she had just been sticking with that throughout all the decades that she's been recording music. And that just really resonated with me. I was really happy to hear that she's been doing that.
Yes, independent and
yeah. I think the thing about her having the same person with her was that was somebody that she's trusted and like really built a relationship with over the years, and like, you know, trusted each other musically, and he supported her her right to decide what she wanted to record and how she wanted to record and everything like that. And I think it's really great. I'm always happy to hear about artists who are able to take control of what they put out there as far as their musical selections and everything. Yeah. So, happy birthday! Yeah. My dad says my favorite Barbara movie is What's Up, Doc? Oh, we have to watch that one. That is so funny. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I
It's hilarious. Yeah, we should watch that one together. I love that. I don't know if you have that movie, Dad. Do you? We'll have to look it up on something, Amazon or Netflix. That's a funny one. I'd have to agree with you on that. I haven't seen that one in years. I think I saw it when I was a kid. I probably watched it with you, Dad. So it looks like that's all the comments over here, although... let me check my other Facebook page. And again, if there are any comments that I missed just now, I'm going to go back and look at them again later. And if there are any that I didn't reply to in person right now, I will type a response. That looks like everything. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. Stay safe and healthy. Happy Friday night. We'll see you back here 24 hours from now. Well, I guess it'll be like 23 hours from now. We're going to start at 8:30. It's 9:30 now.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Have a great night.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
If YouTube works fine,